Welcome back to Nonprofit Marketing Minutes. If you've ever had to justify paying for a staff position or turning down a grant because the admin cap was too low, today's episode is for you. Just a couple of segments ago, you heard me use the term overhead aversion. This is a pervasive issue in nonprofit organizations and one I personally feel pretty passionate about, so I want to spend a few minutes on it in today's segment. Let's start with a quick definition of overhead aversion. Overhead aversion is the belief held by many donors, funders, and sometimes nonprofit leaders themselves that money spent on anything other than direct services is wasteful. Overhead includes the cost of fundraising, marketing, administration, technology, training, rent, all of the things that help your organization run. But when donors expect 100% of their gift to go to the cause, nonprofits feel pressured to undervalue, underfund, and underinvest in the backbone of their operations. They're essentially avoiding funding overhead, which is problematic. The truth is overhead is not the enemy, it's the engine. Underfunding your infrastructure doesn't make your organization more noble, it makes it more fragile. Without good data systems, you can't track impact. Without experienced staff, you can't grow. And without marketing and communications, your mission stays invisible. Overhead aversion keeps nonprofits small, reactive, and exhausted. And ironically, it can hurt the very people we're trying to help because services become inconsistent or unsustainable. So how did we get here? This mindset didn't come out of nowhere. For decades, charity watchdogs and rating agencies taught the public to judge a nonprofit's effectiveness by how little it spent on overhead, rather than by what it actually accomplished. This led to a race to the bottom, a kind of nonprofit Hunger Games where leaner always looked better, even if it meant skimping on infrastructure, burning out staff, or navigating budget numbers to hit arbitrary overhead targets. But here's the kicker. For-profit businesses would never be asked to grow without investing in operations, marketing, or talent. So why do we expect nonprofits to? And how do we change the narrative? First, we need to educate donors. Be transparent about what it takes to run your organization well. Tell stories not just about your impact, but about the systems and people that make that impact possible. Second, reframe overhead as mission-critical investment. Your development team isn't overhead, they're building sustainability. Your marketing team isn't overhead, they're expanding your reach. Your admin staff aren't overhead, they're keeping everything running smoothly. Third, advocate for realistic grant funding. Push back on funders who cap admin costs at 5 or 10%. No one can run a sustainable, ethical organization with that kind of margin. And the most progressive funders are starting to recognize that. Listen, I'm a marketer, so I'm inclined to shout it from the rooftops. Overhead isn't a dirty word. It's the price of doing good work well. So next time someone asks how much of their donation goes to the cause, tell them all of it, because strong operations deliver strong outcomes, and that takes overhead.